Welcome back to BMD Cougarai Oval here. We've just seen the Premier Grade Under-20s clash between the Brighton Roosters and the Carina Tigers. Brighton Roosters running out premiers convincingly in that clash now. It's time for the BRL Premier Reserve Grade clash to kick off between the West Brisbane Panthers and the Brighton Roosters. My name is Taylor Brown, and joining me for this second game of action is Jason Delizio from the Fortitude Valley Diehards. Jason, how are you, mate?
Good, thanks, Taylor. How are you, mate?
Yeah, really good, thank you. What do you think? Thoughts on the deck, the conditions, the wind, the heat? Give me your rundown.
The field looks fantastic. It's in great order. Bit of wind as we're looking from left to right. So, yeah, it's definitely, you can see the flags on top of the chook pen, full flight. And, yeah, the weather, great day for footy. So, expecting some free-flowing footy. And there was plenty in that previous game, and expecting some more in this reserve grade grand final.
Yeah, if there's anything we've learnt from the opening 80 minutes here today is that there are points in the deck at BMD Cougarai Oval. I'll now take you through the team lists as they are about to run out and prepare to do so. For the West Brisbane Panthers, Sam Voorhey at fullback, Sean Heffernan on the wing, and Noah Elisea joining him on the other wing. Aaron Corbin and Sam Armstrong are the centres. Hudson Jones and Mitchell Forrest in the halves, Lachlan Velicott, Moses Tuafoa, and Connor Murray in the front row, Jack Patterson, Jacob Kelly, and Tangata Taroi in the back row. Connor Claridge, Matthew Canning, Josh Spear, and Michael Volkanovski off the bench. And for the Roosters at fullback, Kyle Hussey, Tuamu Meni on the wing, Joel Strasher, Monty Tickenau in the centres with Ken Saunders on the other side. Ballard, Lestro and Brock Nelson are the halves, Caleb Egmalesi and Jake Fowler front row, Brock Kell at hooker, Takai Tickenau, Nicholas Biles on the edges with Josh Gatt at lock, and on the bench, Michael Winchester, Taniora Raniera, Reece Hansen and Philip Tickenau rounding out the chrome for the grand final. It has been a blockbuster final series for both of these sides. Of course, if you have kept up with the competition, you will know the Brighton Roosters went through the whole home and away season undefeated. Of course, just the one draw with the Bulimba Bulldogs in round 2. And other than that, they went through unscathed. They have played against the Panthers twice in the regular season in round 4, winning 24-12. And then, of course, in round 13, winning 44-16 against West. But then when they met in the semi-finals, the tables turned. The grand final qualifier, they played against each other 2 weeks ago. West, 32, running convincing winners over Brighton, their first loss over the year, 32-8, pushing the Roosters over to verse Wynnum Juniors, which they did and won 22-18. And now we are here, grand final day. Jason, you obviously keep a keen eye on all of the top competitions here in the Brisbane Rugby League with your involvement in the Valley's Diehards. What do you make of today's clash?
Oh, it'll be a cracker, you know. As you said, Brighton were the team to beat all year in this competition, and you know, they were flying high, and you know, not just getting beaten in that first semi-final, but beaten very convincingly by West. Probably, you know, would have put them on notice, and you'd think that they'd be very keen to right that wrong and, you know, win the competition. They've been probably, you know, the best team and the favourites in this competition all year. So yeah, I'm sure they're going to be coming out firing, and you know, West have got plenty of depth as a club, so you know, they'll be confident. They came through and had a good convincing win in the first week of the finals, had a crack at Brighton and had the week off to freshen up, and yeah, they'll be raring to go, full of confidence.
So we've had a discussion a couple of times over the last few days. We always do when it gets to semi-final periods in rugby league. Everyone says, how important is the week off? I've heard so many, sorry, I'll wait for the hood. I've heard so many differing opinions. Jason, what do you think? Week off, is it important?
I think it is. I think it can be good, especially, you know, I know with our particular draw, we had a few catch-up games where we played 8 or 9 games straight, and our Blacks probably would have done well with the week off going into the finals or sometime around the finals and bounce back pretty quick. So yeah, there are plenty of bumps and bruises at this time of year. There's also the argument for momentum as well. You know, West probably had a little bit of momentum. I think they knocked off Valleys in round 1 of the finals in this comp, and then straight into Brighton. So I don't think it'll halt them too much. I think it'll be a good opportunity for them to rest their bumps and bruises and be ready to go. Really, I'd expect them to be fresh and on the front foot from the kickoff here.
Yeah, so we are expecting an aggressive West Brisbane Panthers side. We have down there on the sidelines the victorious Brighton Roosters under-20s team ready to clap on the Brighton Roosters, and then behind them the ready-to-go BRL Premier Grade West Brisbane Panthers. They're, of course, still in their civvies, getting ready to go over, get changed and start their warm-up, and start their preparations for the big match at 3 o'clock between Wynnum Manly Seagulls and the West Brisbane Panthers. Sorry, Wynnum Juniors and the West Brisbane Panthers here at BMD Cougarai. We're expecting a big crowd. You can see them starting to file in. There was a healthy crowd here and lots of Tigers fans originally for the first match of the game. They would have probably gone home licking their wounds after going down in that opening grand final. The Roosters fans sticking around. They've got one. It's in the back pocket. They're looking for two. There's definitely a party at Jim Laurie Oval tonight. We're just yet to see whether the reserve grade are joining in celebration or drinking off what could have been.
I think either way, it's going to be a pretty big night at Jim Laurie Oval tonight, regardless of the result of this one.
Well, I'm just a hop, skip and jump over the Hornibrook Bridge. I might actually hear them from my house if they're carrying on too much.
Have you seen the new clubhouse?
I have seen the new clubhouse down there. It's, as John Devine mentioned in the previous call, all set up there by Dylan Slater, the Brighton Roosters president of last year. It does. It looks a treat. It's a very nice and comfortable place. It's I reckon after this kickoff here, it's a 1 o'clock kickoff. You wrap up at 3. They might be there as the sun goes down at around 5. Maybe even the sun up at around 5 tomorrow.
Yeah, it probably will kick on a little bit. I'd say a few of the young fellas will carry on after winning that last game.
Yes, and jubilant they were. There was a healthy Roosters crowd around. We've just got a slight delay here in the reserve grade game. I can see the Roosters walking out to their tunnel over the other side at Cougarai Oval. So they may hit the field first. You expect the wind to become a massive factor in today's games, Jason?
Yeah, definitely. You could see it in that previous game. Like the kicks in general play were just getting held up, running right to left. The wind's going left to right. So, yeah, it was definitely holding up. And I think even scoring close to the post is going to be pretty important, because I don't know if many people, there's a few sharpshooters, a few goal kickers that are sharpshooters, but I don't know if you'd be wanting to take them from the sideline, too many from the sideline. With that wind, you'd want to be allowing a little bit for it.
Just having a look here, and when the Panthers came over the top of the Brighton Roosters a fortnight ago at Franklin Oval, there was a try to Connor Murray, the hooker, a double to Jacob Kelly, the back rower, and one to Lachlan Vellacott, the front rower. So lots of tries in the middle of the park, which is going to help if they can replicate that today. Out comes the Rooster, and following the Roosters. Looking strong, looking confident, ready for a big game of football. It's been a tightly contested competition throughout the regular rounds. Of course, the Roosters, as I mentioned before, went through undefeated through the regular season. Valley sat in second spot on 48 points. The Panthers third, 46. Balimba and Wynnum rounding out the top 5 for season 2022. Of course, spattered across this park is a few players with cup experience, one of them being Monty Tickenau for the Roosters. Sam Armstrong for the Panthers. Just about getting ready for kickoff here. Ball in the hand of Mitch Forrest, halfback for the Panthers. You can see the Premier Grade side just strolling across the back of Cougarai now in front of the Chook Pen on their way to do their final preparations. Thank you for joining us here today. This broadcast brought to you proudly by Chaos. camping season just around the corner. You much of a camper, Jason?
No, I haven't been camping for a while, mate. The kids are at me to do it, so footy takes up too much time.
Yes, well, there'll be no excuses. In about 5 hours, we are underway in the reserve grade grand final 2022. Roosters getting the first use of the football. Pushing, as you see on your screen, running right to left. They'll be looking to assert dominance early after that massive shock loss 2 weeks ago at Franklin. A couple of strong carries in the middle of the park. Oh, good defence in the middle of the park. That's hanging to Taroi underneath. Right-hand side. Great kick there from Ballard Lestro. Straight down the pack, though, of Sam Voorhees. Straight down his... Oh, he's been monstered in that tackle. Ballard got a hold of him. He's got to be one of the largest halves in BRL history.
Yeah, he's got skill, the big man, and nice physical start to the game. Both teams are trying to assert their authority through the middle, as you'd expect.
Yes, an aggressive start here for the Roosters. You can tell there's a lot of sting. That's Jack Patterson for the Panthers, pushing it over the halfway mark. Featured heavily in the Premier Grade competition this year. Ball goes back to Forrest, who finds the air. Little bit of pressure. Well taken by Hussey. Oh, he's lost the ball in contact. Here come the Panthers, defence into attack. Ball with Patterson. Eventually finds the deck. So good opportunity here for the Panthers to get on the board. Looking left, going right. That's Connor Murray locked in there. At the back, Forrest. Voorhees has options. Wide ball, it's going to be a try. Noah Elisea in the right-hand corner for the Panthers opens the account in the reserve grade grand final.
Yeah, really good opportunity there, and you know, just on that kick pressure, they put that kick up, and good contact forced the error from the Brighton Roosters fullback Kyle Hussey, and then first little shift of the ball here, they out the back, nice ball playing through with Valakot, and held up the ball nicely here. Just waited for that winger. He knew that he was able to get that winger to come in. Sam Voorhees just coming across field, and as soon as the winger came into his centre, he just floated the ball out to his unmarked winger to score in the corner.
Yeah, Valakot, Forrest, Voorhees. He just drifted across the face of Monty Tickenau. A beautiful long ball to Noah Elisea, holding the paint, as all good wingers too. So the Panthers, good start here. Only been a couple of minutes. And now Valakot the opportunity to convert and turn this 4-point lead to 6 points. They looked very strong earlier. Aggressive from both sides, Jason.
Yeah, very physical. It's good to see. And, you know, Valakot, he's he has played a bit of 5'8", even coming through the grades. So, you know, that ball playing middle is definitely handy to have, and just got the ball to his man at the right time, and the speed of Voorhees out wide created the overlap, and unfortunately it looks like we might have an injured Roosters player as well. Yeah,
it looks like that might be Monty Tickenau getting some attention here. Valakot right to left. He sticks the kick. Very hard to do in this breeze, but Valakot converts a Noah Elisea try. 6-0 Panthers lead the Roosters. Only about 5 minutes gone already.
Valakot just shot down my theory of having to score tries close to the goalpost to be able to convert them. He nailed that one.
I'll hear your complaint, Jason, and I'll raise you one conversion from the sideline.
Thanks, Lucky.
And to be fair, in the under-20s match, it was a 12-all score at the halftime break, and all conversions were from the sideline. The young fellas just nailed them. Sharpshooters. It did fade a little bit in the second half, but it's hot in the middle. You know?
It is.
Oh, September footy, BMD Cougarai. Here comes a charging Jacob Kelly. Oh, some strong defence there by Josh Gatt, the 13 jumper for the Roosters. Oh, it's a penalty for offside now. That's not what they needed.
Yeah, it looks like Monty Tickenau has come off the field, and they've got Nick Biles is coming to the left centre there. So yeah, it's one of those changes you don't wish to have to do in the first 5 minutes of a grand final, but I'm sure that the Roosters will roll up their sleeves and get stuck in still.
Yeah, Biles gone to left centre, and then Reece Hansen off the bench has gone into that right second row position. So keep an eye on those changes, see if they affect the defensive line. But Reece Hansen, geez, he's a short fella, but he's a go-getter. Panthers on the left-hand side. Patterson, flick ball. They're away in the corner. Dummy inside, passes to the out. No one will stop Sean Heffernan. And the Panthers are running right at Cougarai to start the game.
Yeah, they've started on fire, haven't they? That week off must have really helped them, and they're refreshed, and they played with plenty of speed and aggression early, and it's paid off on the scoreboard in the first 6 minutes.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the replay here. Patterson in and away on Hansen, it seems like. Just have another look. Patterson in and away. No, he got in and away on Joel Strasser. Got the ball away for Armstrong. Dummies on the inside, passes to the out.
I didn't know if he knew he had the outside support there, because he didn't really seem to look at him at all once he had made the break and got through. But it was nice. He just held up the fullback, squared him up, and lovely flick pass there by Patterson. And then Armstrong just holds him up nicely, passes the ball outside, and yeah, second try to the Panthers, who started the game on fire.
Dare I say, Gidley-esque, that pass.
Gidley-esque.
Holding the centre, drawing in the winger around the outside. That's a Gidley special.
Absolutely. You don't see it as much anymore. It's one of those things you need more of.
I think you don't. I guess wingers are more tentative these days to stay on the outside and trust their inside man, and meaning that the space isn't there for that open winger. Here's Velicott going through his final processes. Big lump of a man to be kicking goals, isn't he?
He's hit it nicely.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of glute behind that, because it's gone 10 metres over the top of the goalpost.
Well, he's a very versatile player. Like I said, he has played in the halves even previously, coming through the grades, and he's been front row, second row, can play out in the centres. So he's a handy footballer to have, and he's played a little bit of A grade this year as well, which has been good for him.
He's also played a little bit of hooker, I think, in the A-grade team as well. Coaches Ty and Craig Ingebrigtsen using him where they can there. They're, of course, looking on behind the goal sticks right now. And we are back underway. That's Ballard Lestro. Geez, it'd be wonder it. Oh, Jacob Kelly, that's another strong carry off the kickoff. Oh, but it's a one-on-one strip. Great work there from Brock Nelson. He's got away with that one. He's done a Panthers on the Panthers. Caleb Egmalesi attacking the line. Roosters here starting to crow. Takai Tikanau, brother of Monty. You like that one, Jason?
No, I did like that.
They go right-hand side. Out the back here, Lestro. Kel, Hussey, offload. Oh, didn't miss there. That's Saunders. Oh, dummies right from hooker. Did he get over the line? No, he's short. That's Brock Kell. Back to Lestro. Had to reach behind him. Gets the one on the toe eventually, but great work. Oh, no. Great work in the air by Aaron Corbin. It was 1-on-1 ranked, but ended up in the hands of a Panther anyway. Oh, this is starting to get physical. That's the number 10 and Jake Fowler up and in on Corbin. And he's given away a penalty though. Too long in the tackle. Have to control that aggression.
Yeah, it was. They threw a little bit at them with that shape to the right there, but Brighton will probably want to just settle into the game. They look a little bit flustered at the moment. Their feathers are a little bit ruffled, and they probably need to just settle down, get into the grind, get the arm wrestle of the game.
That's another Rooster joke, isn't it? Well, here they come through. Kelly off a flat start, and he's been absolutely monstered by 4 Roosters. They go through Velicott. Short ball. That's Tufeo. He's been met by 3 Roosters. Geez, they're up and in and aggressive, this Brighton side. They go to left-hand side again. Voorhey, long ball. They're going to call forward pass, though. There was no one in front of Heffernan, but the ball floated forward from Voorhey's hands.
Yeah, it probably doesn't help you got that strong wind behind you, so even if it's going to be one of those line balls, it's touch and go, but the touch judge was on the spot, and who am I to argue with the touch judge or referee?
Never have?
Oh, no, never, mate. I only have kind words towards referees and touch judges, mate.
Well, you tell any more of them, your nose is going to break through this glass here as we sit in the Leagues Club. Oh, strong running here by the Roosters, so they have a really good opportunity to hit back. Score currently 12-0. Great run by Josh Gadd. He needs to stop using himself as a battering ram. Josh Gadd, he's got really good agility, footwork. Another run here. We see, oh, geez, there's some claret coming out the back of Jake Fowler here for the Roosters. There's a couple of staples in that one for sure.
Nick Biles, I think.
Sorry, it is Biles. Well, that will compile on their issue they have at the moment. That's Jake Fowler there running the ball. That's going to highlight their issue they have out the back. Here comes Michael Winchester onto the field. Last tackle now for the Roosters attacking the line. Out the back here to Hussey, puts it on the right boot. Oh, well fielded in the end by Heffernan, although he's dragged into goal. So repeat set for the Roosters, probably exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, definitely, like I spoke about before. Just got to find their feet now. It's been a blistering start from the Panthers. A couple of repeat sets here, build some pressure, and hopefully see if they can crack them and get some points on the board.
It's going to be a slow walk to the dropout. It's been 15 or so minutes already in this match. So Winchester now out there in that second row position. They've lost 2 interchanges through injury already, the Roosters. It's going to cause mayhem at the back end of this game, but don't worry about that. Can we just try and get the dropout? It's gone 70 metres. And here comes Jake Fowler trying to inch that back, but what a dropout.
Yeah, there's that wind factor coming into it. But, it was in the air long enough. It should have been taken.
Leslie, here they come through Nelson. Damien Go himself has a little bit of options. I've seen his undies. Great offload there to Manny, who's being dragged out by some spirited Panthers defence. They just look on today, Jason.
Yeah, certainly do. They were working really hard in defence then. And just with Nelson going to the line there, probably needed just his support runners to be pushing up and punching a little bit harder for him. They seem to be sort of sitting back waiting for him to do something, and the offload came, and the big winger there, Manny, just had too many Panthers just come straight onto him, sliding across and take him into touch.
It was really good work there by the outside backs for West. Speaking of, here is Elisea. He's already scored a try in the grand final. Strong defence by Fowler, though. He's been tough in the middle of the paddock. Oh, there's a good shot. Number 14 in Jones just decides to tuck and run. They come dummy and go there from Murray. Still going is Murray. Across comes Jake Fowler. He hasn't missed any time. I like him.
Yeah, he's a goer. Name like Fowler, though. He won't play for anyone but the Roosters.
It's another Rooster joke. The poultry joke's coming left, right and centre here in the booth. Moses to Foa. They jump for a run. Oh, there's been a knock on from Hudson Jones. It's a little bit messy here by the Panthers at the end of that set. They would have liked to get a kick away.
Yeah, it's just that arm wrestle that grind that, Brighton, they're still, even though, they've had a couple of interchanges already that they've been forced to use through injury. They've been very willing and ripping in and very physical with their defence still. And that wasn't an easy set for the Panthers then, and forced the error, and Roosters getting good ball now.
Well, there's certainly been a lot of aggression and energy spent in this opening quarter of the game. I wonder if that's going to come into effect the back end for these reserve grade sides. Here comes Ticker now. Short side Nelson puts it on the right boot. Maybe Manny could get there. No, it's bounced out. So, going to be a play the ball, brought close up to the centre of the field here for the Panthers.
Probably not the right option, I don't think, in that stage. Maybe would have been better to play out a few more tackles in the set before doing something like that. But another big aggressive set and D here from Brighton, trying to force another error.
Feels like the Roosters have finally settled into a little bit of a pace now from the opening shell-shocking 12-point deficit they find themselves in. Murray.
Good line speed.
Great line speed. Good shot there on Tafoa. They go wide. Velicott plays link man. Patterson goes in and away again. That's Armstrong down the sideline. Offload on the inside. Touched by a Rooster, but it's gone backwards. So the Roosters retain possession and just a little bit too expansive with how much defence they've just done, I think. Possibly needed just to take a tackle there. Here comes Winchester. So we haven't seen Biles come back into the match since his head tape. He was, of course, filling in at left centre. We now have Josh Gatt filling in at left centre. Oh, I thought Ticknow was going to get the ball for all money, but great dummy from Brock Kell. Hussey, Nelson goes to the air, little dink kick. He's got people running through, but greatly taken by Hudson Jones. Gets above the pack. Panthers still absorbing a lot of pressure. Well, here's Volkanovski. He's a big boy, isn't he?
Yeah, big boy. I think he's come on for Moses Tuafoa to bring a little bit of mongrel, bit of energy through the middle.
Panthers look to go wide, and good defence there by Winchester. Oh, Hudson Jones just had to jump out and kick it. Sorry, that's Mitch Forrest. Tries to catch Hussey out, but does a really good job, Hussey, with his positioning. Oh, he's away, Hussey. Gets through three. Kelly can't touch him. He's got nothing but air in front of him. Kelly comes for round two. Still can't get it done. Dummy and go. They've got a great field positioning here. The Roosters, thanks to Kyle Hussey. Here comes Kenny Saunders. Keon Saunders, I apologise. Kell to Nelson, gets the offload away to Gatt, pushing through the middle of the park. The Roosters out the back here. Ballard, short ball to Hansen. Oh, he ran over the top. Oh, it's been called a one-on-one rake. So play on and Hansen scores. Mate, if you had 50 monkeys on 50 typewriters typing for 50 years, you couldn't script that story.
Yeah, I think everyone sort of stopped. I stopped too, thinking he just lost the ball, but the referee called a strip and play on. But, that was off the back from a great kick return then from Kyle Hussey. I thought the kick, caught the Brighton Roosters forwards, on the back foot there, and I thought it was actually the right thing to do. But then Hussey's kick return got them back in a good ball, and Blastro with the short ball there, one-on-one strip by Patterson, and then Hansen, gets the ball and picks the ball up off the deck.
Really good work by Lestro.
Yeah, and then
just picks it up. And how's the leg drive? He picks Voorhey up and says, "Mate, you're coming with me."
Piggybacked him over the line for the Roosters' first points, and I tell you what, that's been on the back of their strong defence. They've been really physical, and even though they probably haven't had great opportunity with the footy, they've just been hanging in there, caused a couple of errors with West, and got some points on the back of it, and it's definitely game on now. 20 to go in the first half.
So interchange forward, Reece Hansen opens up the account for the Roosters. Brock Nelson attempting to convert. Waves it away. Score 12-4. Panthers still leading the charging Roosters. I thought he'd done really well there, Ballard Lestro, to go to the line, just draw in the interest of that man, Josh Spear, creating the one-on-one. So really good opportunity here for the Roosters to carry on with it. So they was hanging it to Roy, not Josh Spear, but Josh Spear is now on the field and into the action in the number 16 jersey. Alan Lestro gets the offload away. Reece Hansen, the try scorer, takes the first run of the set. 14 and a half to go in the opening 40 minutes. Jack Fowler with a tough carry. He's still on the field, Jack Fowler. Here comes Raniera, who's now on the paddock. Josh Gatt, they look one way, go the other. Really good line, tough line there by Gatt. Should have got the quick play of the ball, but rewarded with a penalty instead. Starting to roll up the guts here, the Roosters.
Yeah, starting to play some good footy there, and yeah, roll up their sleeves, get them through the middle, and you know the Panthers have made a couple of changes. Looks like Jake Kelly's come off the field for Spear to come on. So you know the Roosters, although they got a couple of men down, they're definitely having a crack.
Here's that man Raniera again. Kell goes to Tickenau on this left edge. He's going to be hard to stop. Get in front of him to Kai Tickenau. Kell flowed to Raniera, who's had 3 touches in what feels like less than a minute. Kell goes right-hand side to Gatt. Dummies and goes himself. Does Gatt. Well defended there by the Panthers. The mud and blood. At the back to Ballard. Lestro throws the long ball, almost intercepted by Armstrong, but it was battered down. It'll be 6 more for the Roosters. Pressure starting to mount.
Definitely, and then Lestro going to the line again. Those soft hands, and you know Armstrong didn't get Armstrong catches that, he scores under the post at the other end. But if he doesn't get a hand to it, the Roosters score untouched on the other side. So yeah, it's good footy at the moment.
And the thing with Ballard Lestro, if he's one-on-one, he throws that tummy. Good luck.
Yeah.
He looks like a very hard man to stop. So the Roosters now, second tackle, short ball to Josh Gatt, hitting, spinning, pinballing, no, short. Options left and right here for Kell. He goes left, that's Nelson. He's just going to run himself. It's all too easy for Brock Nelson. The Roosters hit back again. Brock Nelson, the conductor.
Yeah, we spoke about earlier the Panthers' defence sliding really hard to take many over the sideline earlier. So Nelson obviously took some notes on that, took a cue, and decided, well, if you're going to slide really hard and look to go and take my winger out the sideline, I'll throw the dummy and go myself. Gets the ball, looks up, nice pass out in front of him. That's what you want to see. Gets out Spear, knew he had Spear done for speed, and yeah, managed to throw the dummy and scored to get the Roosters within 4.
Yeah, Tickenau sucked in Spear, and then he managed to catch Forrest just drifting a little too far out wide. He stopped and propped to come back in, but Nelson was just already going a million miles an hour.
Well, we're looking at the little breaking play here, mate. What do you think of the referees' grand final outfits?
And he's kicked the goal. No, it's look, I was a little disappointed to see the grand final outfit with a Tigers side playing. It made it very difficult for myself in the booth, but it makes no difference at the moment here. But I'm glad they get presented with a grand final jersey. You know, makes the occasion all the more special for them, because it is special. So Brock Nelson converts now. 12-10. West still just in front. 10 minutes to go in this half. Feels like the breeze is behind the backs of the Roosters. They've already done it once in the under-20s. They're fighting to do it again here in the reserve grade. Here's that man Raniera. He's gone through a mountain of work since he's come on the field. Oh, here goes Kell. Sniffs one marker and goes. Well handled by Velicott in the end. Here's Gatt. He's had a lot of great touches to start this match. He's still going his gap. Second time round for Claridge, who's on the park. At the back here to Nelson. He's going to shape to kick but run. He's got it to Winchester, who's come back on the inside. Starting to wreak a little bit of havoc here, the Roosters. That's a 65-metre set after points. Nelson out the back. They're going to go high. A test here for Voorhey. Oh, it's been knocked forward by the Panthers. Oh, they've called Roosters first there, Jason. I can't lie, I didn't see that in the first touch.
No, I thought it went backwards off the Roosters, to be honest. And then Panthers got a hand to it, but lucky call there. Panthers get the footy now, and you know, got to roll up their sleeves because here comes the Roosters onslaught again.
Yes, they've been menacing in defence to start this match. Thought there might have been some head contact there on Patterson from Ballard Lestro, but oh no. They've thrown a forward pass here. The Panthers just inviting the Roosters back in. You'd usually say a Panthers got into the Rooster house, the hen house, you'd be in a bit of trouble, but it seems to be the other way around.
Yeah, well, and again, I think that comes off the back of the physicality through the middle. You know, the Panthers probably look to take an easy option, and we don't want to roll up the sleeves. We'll just go wide straight away and throw a forward pass, and yeah, Roosters on the attack again.
They do have an expansive shape out to the left-hand side here. They go that way. Nelson. Hussey has the option outside, uses it. That's Many. Gets the offload away back to Hussey. He's open in the corner. Steps back in the inside for Many. Geez, they're playing some good football here, the Roosters. Winchester dummies and runs himself. Beats one, can't beat two. That's Claridge in that tackle. So Kell wide to Nelson. Here comes Gatt. Seems like they've had all the football in the last 10 minutes here, the Roosters. They've already scored two. They're looking for their third. Kell, wide ball to Fowler. Tries to bump off the back of Hudson Jones. They seem like they can't just get that linking pass in, and he's lost the ball in an effort to play it.
Yeah, it looked like they had him shot for numbers on that right edge then. They just needed to get the ball out the back. I think Fowler got caught with it, and another pass. I think the Panthers were in a bit of trouble there, so let them off the hook here and see if the Panthers can get out of their own end.
Well, he's stationed over on that right edge is Ballard Lestro. He has lots of men in and around him capable of scoring points. I'm talking Strasser and Strasser and Saunders, but they just can't get the ball to him, can they?
No.
Oh, Josh Gatt looks to be in some serious trouble here in the defensive line, and then he just springboards back into action. So as tough as they come there, Josh Gatt. Panthers now. Corbin jumps to the right-hand side, goes back to the left in the middle of the park.
He's had a busy start to the game, Gatt.
Yeah, with 7 to go, it might be a good idea to give him a little bit of a break, I'd like to think. Fowler, great defence. So the Roosters stinging in the defence and attack. Reece Hansen now back in the middle of the park, it seems. That's big Volkanovski for a charge. Ball in the hands of Forrest, who goes over the top of Many. It's inside. He's got to push for it. No, he can't get there. It's going to be a 40-20. Mitch Forrest gets his side out of trouble with a great kick.
Yeah, just what the Panthers needed. Early kick, using that wind behind him. Unfortunately, in back play, I think Aaron Corbin might have done himself an injury and seems to be coming off the field. Jacob Kelly's getting ready to get back on.
He looks to be in a fair bit of pain too, Aaron Corbin. So his grand final looks to be over. Here comes Claridge straight over the... Oh, he's lost the ball, Claridge. It was a great run. He charged straight at Josh Gatt, who's gone low and lost the ball in the process. Oh,
good tackle, good contact.
Good tackle there. And there was Brock Kell over the top. So the Roosters toughening up in defence. The referee having a stern chat to Jake Fowler, saying, listen, mate, pull your head in. He plays a little bit like Maria Hargraves, another famous number 10 for the Roosters.
Bit of a size difference.
Oh, easy. Some of us aren't gifted with 6'4".
Oh, I know, don't worry. Looks like Fowler's actually going to go off there at the back to get a well-earned break with 5 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, what a stint for him. 35 minutes in the middle of the park is impressive for any middle unit. So the Roosters still working their way out of trouble. Volkanovski, he's used all his body weight there trying to get a one-on-one strip. Still couldn't do it. Here's interchange forward. Phillip Tickenau. He's on the field for 5 minutes of power, and that's why he's in the side. Fights for a play the ball. Can't get the quick play the ball, but that's okay. He'll get another 6 for his side through a penalty.
Yeah, well, Michael Volkanovski thought he was Alex Volkanovski with that one. He was trying to wrestle a little bit too long and just held on and gave away the penalty, and they kicked to the long side of the field.
Against the wind. Long side of the field against the wind. Oh, talk about Murphy's Law. But anyway, it goes out. I mean, yeah, a little reference to pound for pound king Alex Volkanovski in that chat there. Of course, UFC featherweight champion of the world and ranked pound for pound in the world. Michael Volkanovski's got a little bit more weight compared to Alex, but he started in rugby league as well. So the Roosters on the attack here. That's Rhaenyra. Well, here comes Big Tickenau again. They'll have to get in front. Oh, big men collide. Kelly and Tickenau. Volkanovski's in a little bit of trouble. He hit the tech very hard. Forrest comes in to help him up.
Two big men coming together. How good. Grand final day.
They just went whooshka.
Jake Kelly loves that outside in. Coming in for the shot outside in. Makes good contact. Looks like he's a bit of friendly fire here. And
we'll have a look at the replay. Jacob Kelly outside in. Oh, yeah. Tickenau's head's been pushed into Volkanovski, who hit the deck straight away. Struggled to get up, and this might be a better angle of it. Yeah. Kelly's hit Tickenau. Tickenau's hit Volkanovski. Volkanovski looks to have been bamboozled by the contact. So here comes Volkanovski. Applause from the crowd. Only 3.5 to go. Roosters on the attack.
Doesn't have a jaw like Alex.
Doesn't have a jaw like Alex, you reckon? No. That one's taken some punishment, hasn't given in yet. So
Tui Fowler back on the field. I think that might even be their 5th interchange.
Yeah, I think it may be. Both sides have had to chew through some interchanges in the first half due to injury, which is going to make things all the more interesting as the sun hits the middle of the sky. Geez, that looked forward, and it was forward. So that's Rhaenyra. Gets the offload to Tickenau. Just floats forward, so opportunity squandered here by the Roosters. We'll look at the chaos replay. Yeah, just probably could have passed it a second earlier or out the back. There were other options, weren't there, Jason?
Yeah, and it's one thing, it's a bugbear of mine when you have a set play, you know, there's been a stoppage, you got time to set up, you know what you're doing, and then the first pass, you just float forward like that. It's just one of those killers. Well,
depth is so necessary in the game of football. I think people are trying to play flatter and flatter as the game modernises, but I still think depth is such an important part of the game. Yeah. But you're a coach and I'm not, so you tell me. Am I right?
Oh, 100%. You need depth and you need to be coming onto the footy, and penalty here with a bit of a crusher maybe.
So Takai Tickenau and Phillip Tickenau involved in that tackle. Well, there's no game next week, so I don't think anyone's caring about judiciary at this stage.
No. It's a lottery anyway. Do we want to go down that path?
No, we're not.
Yeah,
and I'm not going down that path.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Josh Spear runs over about 3 Roosters. They're starting to rev up here. Claridge, offload to Kelly, hit and spin. Still going Kelly, eventually brought down by Ballard. Left-hand side, they got numbers. Velicott dummies and goes himself. He's in open space. Offload here for the corner. Will he make it? Yes, he does. Tui Foa off a Velicott break. the Panthers absorb the pressure and pile on some of their own.
Yeah, really good footy there. The Roosters are their own worst enemy there. They cause an error from that first set play, then give away a penalty, and then first time Panthers have had a bit of good ball for a long time. They rush up on the outside. Velicott identifies it well. Lastro, or that might have been Josh Gatt there, get caught in defence, and the big front row pushing up. Moses Tuifeo gets over the line out wide.
Yeah, well, it was Josh Gatt here who just pushed to the outside a little too early, and he does have that knee problem, so he just wasn't as agile as he'd like to be. Ends up having to work twice as hard to make Tuifeo, but can't get there, so...
Probably a bit disappointed with the...
this will be a good angle.
Yeah, they're all sliding across. There's no inside pressure there on Velicott. You know, Gatt had eyes for the big front row on the outside shoulder there, and unfortunately didn't have that inside pressure, Velicott. And like we spoke about earlier, his ball playing's been really good through the middle there, being the link man, but you know, having the smarts there to identify that, okay, they've rushed up quick, pass isn't on, and they slid off him and away he went.
Well, that's how much respect the rest of the competition has for Velicott's hands. When he runs with the ball in two hands, no one tries to tackle him. They just presume he'll be passing. Here he is trying to convert a try that he just set up. Preferred kicking side. The win, though, will be an issue. And right on the stroke of time, the Panthers add another 6. The score 18-10 after one half of football. What do you think's being said at the halftime break here? Jason, will start with the Panthers.
Yeah, look, the Panthers probably, you know, they lost their way a little bit through the back end of that first half. They started on fire. They were on top early and lost their way a little bit. But, you know, did a good job to claw their way, get a late try there. They'll be happy with that. So just more of the same. And then the Roosters would be pretty similar. They'll both be a little bit indifferent. They had a slow start to the game. Got their way back into the first half, and yeah, probably wouldn't be too disappointed with that scoreline with the win behind them in the second half.
Let's have a look now at the first half highlights brought to you by Chaos. So here is the first try. Velicott at the back to Forrest, and then Voorhees goes across the face of Tickenau. Great ball there to Elisea, who gets the first try of the afternoon, and here's the second one. It was a great set play out to the left-hand side. Patterson in and around. Gidley flick ball. Armstrong in the clear. Looks to the inside and passes to the out for Heffernan, who can't be stopped from that close to the try line with no one in front of him. That was 12-0. The Panthers had shot out. Then after a gang of possession here, Reece Hanson, there was a one-on-one strip by Patterson. Regathers and this one's just strength from his quad and his legs, pushing through. Voorhees slamming the ball down. And then it was all Roosters because they scored again in this left-hand corner. Great ball there from Brock Kell to Brock Nelson, who was just flying onto the ball. And then Velicott, stroke of half-time, dummy and go. You love to see the big men do it. Offloads then to front row partner into a Tuifeo. He has to streak away 20 metres, which I'm sure later on tonight will be 80 metres. And they convert. Welcome back to BMD Cougarai Oval. The first 35 minutes have come and gone in the reserve grade grand final. We're officially halfway in the day, Jason. West currently leading the Brighton Roosters 18-10. So they've scored 2 early tries. They allowed the Roosters to come back through Hansen and Nelson, and now just on the stroke of half-time, Velicott set up Tui Foa, and he streaked 20 metres. As I mentioned, it'll be 80 metres later on, down to score a try. So, Jason, we were speaking a little bit off air about what we think is going to happen for this half. Do you have any tips for us, or anyone in particular that's going to be a game breaker from either of these sides?
Look, Lockie Valicott's been really good. I think, to be honest, I think I'll be watching Connor Murray in the second half. Maybe as the Brighton forwards get a little bit tired with him getting out through the middle. Could be a game breaker. And, Brock Nelson's been good. He's controlled things for the Roosters. I would, as you mentioned earlier in the call, I'd like to see Josh Gatt do a little bit more ball playing through the middle, as Velicott does, rather than just punching the ball up. And if they can do that and get a good bit of width with their attack, they can trouble.
Yeah, Josh Gatt, he just certainly has that skill, but he's looking troubled from that knee. We're going through the final preparations to kick-off here. Ball boys set, timekeepers set, players set. Let's get half 2 underway, 35 more minutes to go until we have a decided premiership team in the reserve grade. Heffernan reaches that ball and is being driven by the Roosters. We're going to find out a lot about the intentions of these two sides in the opening 5 minutes, Jace.
Yeah, and it looks like the Roosters, they were very physical in the first half. I was surprised at even the intensity in the back end of the half with their defence, and it looks like they've started off well again with their intensity this second half.
Oh, the ball's been lost out the back. He's going to call forward from Jacob Kelly. So the Roosters rewarded for some physical touches in defence, and now they'll go straight on the attack. They are chasing down an 8-point deficit at this stage.
A couple in the tackle there. I think, the ball just seemed to come out as Kelly was trying to get up. Didn't look to be a hand in there. So, although Jake Kelly doesn't seem to think so.
I doubt it's one of those situations where he goes, no, you're right. So they've gone outside Winchester. He's got the ball away to Manny. In and away. He's got some space. No. Well defended in the end by Elisaya in that corner. So he comes ticking out. Straightens up into the defensive line. We've got an expansive setup here to the right-hand side, but Phil Tickenow's in the way of the ball, and he's going to get it. I think they're going to use him as a battering ram, get down and up and play off the back. Josh Gatt's on the right-hand side, Nelson on the left. They go right. Gatt, short ball. That's Ranieri. Well defended by the Panthers. Kell jumps out of 9. Long ball to Tickenow. Oh, well defended. That's low. That spear that got him around the legs. Nelson, ball in hand. That's Hussey, short ball to Winchester. He got to late offload, but it was forward. If it had gone backwards, Mene would have scored in the corner unopposed. Oh, there's some push and shoving between Hussey and a Panther. I can't see who it is. It might be Voorhey. But an opportunity squandered early in the second half.
Yeah, it was enterprising players. The last play of the set, and they swing it wide there. They did create the overlap. Winchester probably needed to have thrown it instead of trying to hold it and get the offload. Maybe just thrown a little bit early before contact. But Roosters definitely signalling their intentions for this second half.
So I'll tell a lie, it wasn't Voorhey, it was Connor Murray involved in that little dust up with Hussey. And here is that man. He's in and away. You called it early. He's going to look to run through the middle of these tired Brighton forwards. Left-hand side. Dummy and run here. That's Hudson Jones. Voorhey goes right, looking for options. Goes backwards to go forwards. Gets the ball away in the end to Claridge, who's now playing right centre. Last tackle here. Voorhey goes right. Forrest gets a kick to it, back on the inside. Hansen eventually diffuses the situation for the Roosters. Oh, the milking call, I love it. Now here's Keon Saunders in for some tough work at the start of this second period. Hussey, he goes left. Tough run here. It's a great run by many. End up getting called back. Not the right blade of grass. Back 15 metres here, Wes. Gatt picks himself a nice line in between A and marker. Kell goes for a trot. Dummies and runs himself. Gatt's there in support. Great tackle in the end. That's Connor Murray underneath. They've called a penalty though. Oh, Josh Gatt wanted a quick tap, but he's been pulled up by the referee. So pressure relieving here for the Roosters. They'll get another opportunity early in the second.
Yeah, it was a nice run there by Cal getting out. He hasn't run a lot in the first half, and obviously both hookers deciding to lengthen stride in the second half. But yeah, a bit of open space through the middle, and then quick play the ball and got the penalty, and Roosters on the attack.
We were treated to a good side of Phil ticking out from behind just then. Here goes Kell inside to Hussey. Well tackled in the end there by the Panthers. Kell to Gatt. He's going to dummy and go himself. Geez, they are inching closer and closer to this try line. And another penalty's been given away. Quick tap attempt. Referee says no. Oh, that's the second time he's gone for a quick tap. Josh Gatt, he must be trying to play on the up.
Refs don't let him get away with it much anymore.
No, they don't. Benji Marshall was the king of the quick tap. So here comes Ranieri pushing his way, trying to score himself a 4-pointer. Kell out the back, hits the deck. Hussey's still got the ball in hand, just puts it on the right boot very early in the count. Oh, it's going to go dead. Not the right option there from Hussey, I felt.
No, definitely not the right option. He needed to drop. It looked like they had still created the overlap, even though the ball went to ground. It looks like they're still going to get some success out on that left edge, but yeah, not the right option with that play.
That was Voorhees who's just streamed onto the ball. Started this set, so they'll get a 7-tackle set. They're already on the 40-metre mark. There goes Connor Murray. Dummies one way, sells it to about 5 Roosters. Oh, now he's injured, trying to sell a penalty to the ref, but he doesn't bite. Jones. Oh, long ball from Armstrong. It's an unmarked Heffernan, but Keon Saunders wraps him in. Here comes Heffernan. He's gone back to the outside. Armstrong's got some room. He's come off a Rooster. Not played out though. Oh, they've called offside. Yeah, they're trying to appeal to the touch judge, there's no comment there. Ballard Lestro, he's not happy. He's still asking for an explanation.
Yeah, I think they're saying he played at the ball when the kick came through, and the Roosters player was in front of him and made the tackle. So offside, unfortunately, is just one of those ones that doesn't go your way.
You know, to the naked eye, I didn't think there was a play by Lestro. I thought it just hit him square in the toe, as we see Phil Ticknow coming off the field for a well-earned breather. And on comes Caleb Igmalesi. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how many interchanges have been used in that first period, and if either side does indeed run out, it would be so steaming hot down in the middle of Cougaroy at the moment. Can imagine the sweat. September in Brisbane, it's not as easy as you think. Here's Armstrong, offload to Velicott. He's put his passing licence away, and instead is the battering ram here. Murray gets it to Jones, back on the inside to the try scorer. Late offload back to Jones. There could be something cooking here. Got to a bit of a standstill at the end, and Igmalesi makes the tackle. Left they go here, Velicott. Again, the battering ram. Pushing hard, gets his nose through, appealing for a quick play the ball. Wide, that's Forrest. Out the back to Voorhees, short ball. They get one away. Oh, it's a forward pass, says the referee. Forward pass from Claridge out to, I believe, out there is Matthew Canning on the wing.
Look to have him for numbers here, and looked like the touch judge was going to let that go, and the referees called the forward pass. But yeah, both teams squandering try-scoring opportunities and creating opportunities, but just not being able to get that last pass right.
So the Roosters here, they've absorbed a little bit of pressure here from the Panthers. They'll need to try and complete this set and get a big kick. Feels like polar opposites. The Panthers absorbed so much pressure in that first half. Here's Keon Saunders coming in. Great carry, 15 metres there easily. Oh, he's lost the ball in an attempt to play it. They're just killing themselves here in the heat, the Roosters. They've already got an 8-point deficit. They don't want that to push out any further. We've now got 2 balls on the field. I don't know if the one in back play has been spotted yet. Oh, here we go. Quickest ball boy in the world. There he is.
Onto it.
Away he goes. Good form too. Lifting of the knees. Look at that, arms pinned. I love it.
A little junior Panther there.
Yeah.
Good opportunity here for the Panthers. They got 4 on the right-hand side, and looks like they're going to go that way.
And they do. There's Voorhees in and away on Nelson. Gets a late offload to Claridge. He's got them in open space. That's Elisea, I believe, over there. Here goes Claridge again for a trot. Voorhees still over on that right-hand side. He chooses to go left, right. Has options. Does he get barreled into touch? No. Does very well to stay in. Oh, short ball to Claridge. They're just absolutely peppering the left edge of the Roosters.
Need a big fella doing that.
Voorhees to Murray. Wide to Forrest, then to Jones. Here's Patterson going in and away. Armstrong brings it back underneath. Some good, strong Roosters defence, led by Ballard Lestro. Last tackle, they go high. Ballard Lestro ends up with the ball. Oh, the referee, what's he called here? I think he's saying the ball was with Hussey and then ripped out by Ballard Lestro, so it'll be a Panthers scrum fee.
Well, that would be offside then, wouldn't it?
It would be offside, which I would have thought. Or actually, wouldn't it be a forward punt, technically? But either way, it's a penalty.
Yeah.
I think it's a penalty. Because he's done it on purpose. That's not a... Anyway. Where do you get the penalties for forward passes? You don't get them anymore. There's a forward, it's always accidental. There's no...
Yeah.
Bring it back, I say. Where are they? Long ball here, the Jacob Kelly. He's playing on that right edge. Still going. Eventually brought to the ground. So, opening 10 minutes of the second half. Seeing lots and lots of pressure here for the Panthers. Can they continue to pile it on? Out the back here to Jones. Voorhees. Good tackle up and in there. That's Strasser. Murray looks left, looks right, goes himself up the middle. He's hard to stop. Referee says held up. Geez, I feel like the wall might be about to crack here for the Roosters. They need to get the ball as soon as possible.
They're holding on.
Voorhees to Velicott. Again, dummies and runs himself. Last tackle here. Can they hold out the Roosters? They need to try and get the ball back into the field of play if it's Grubbard. He's not played that in the hands of Tickenau. Great work by the Roosters. They've evaded the Panthers again.
Yeah, they held on there, and I think this is where they need their outside backs, and it's a good carry there from Manny to try and get them downfield, get a good kick and turn the Panthers around here. But
here comes Hussey. How early is too early for a kick here? Maybe we want to get one away by fourth at least.
Yeah, I think
Dummy and run by Gat.
Again, probably Gat. I'd like to see their centres and wingers getting involved more, helping us out.
Here comes Egmalesi. He's going to make a good 15 metres quite easily. It seems to me like there's no one at home. Kell to Ballard Lestro. He goes straight high. So it came off a Panther and ends up with the Roosters 6 more tackles. They've absorbed a lot of pressure. If they pile one on here, there'll be a lot of heads down in red and black jerseys.
Here's Chook.
Here comes Fowler, Chook Fowler. Kell jumps himself, going for the line. He's claimed a try, so are the rest of the Roosters. The referee comes back. He can see the ball on the ground. No, held up from the touch judge. He pointed to the spot. He was about to award it, Jason.
I thought he'd seen it on the ground and started walking back to award it, but then the touchy must have said something.
One of the touchies has swayed his decision. I thought if you see it yourself on the ground, you still can't go with a touch judge, can you? Sure. 30 metres away, Jace.
Sure.
Kell, long ball to Gat, who decides to straighten up the attack. Going for a one-on-one rake here, the Panthers. Unsuccessful from Spear. Here comes Chook Fowler again. Straight up the guts. I'll never say his name without laughing from now on. Last tackle here. Kell to Lestro. Short ball here to Strasser. He's one-on-one. They cannot deny him now. Not one of either touch judges will appeal that one. It's a try to Jake Strasser, right-hand corner. Roosters hit back first in the second stanza.
Yeah, and they absorbed all that pressure for the last 5 minutes, and caused their good kick pressure caused an error from the fullback. And this is nice from Lasho. He's nice and deep. Had the pressure come, just soft hands to get to Strasser, and good bit of footwork there to get through the Panthers D line. And yeah, it's going to be a cracking finish here, setting it up nicely.
Yes, that they are. Everyone expected the kick. Armstrong up and in. Jones was just a little bit late to the party, providing a space for Strasser to stroll on through. Have a look here. He just props it up well here, doesn't he, Lestro? And there was nothing anyone can do at that stage. It was try time. So 14 points on the board. This will make it 16. Panthers sitting pretty at 18. Will it be a 2-point pool game?
Looks like we have Nick Biles back on the field too with his head taped up.
Yes, what a job that is. Looks like an episode of MASH, that. Have a go at it. Nelson comes in, strikes it well, looking confident, and it goes over. 2-point ball game. 20 on the clock. Anything can happen from here.
Looks like the Panthers have made a change here with Matthew Canning coming on the field for Tuifeo.
Who's that on the right-hand side there on the far edge? They've got... I can't see if that is Noah Elisea over there. I think it might be that far right-hand corner. On the inside of him is Claridge, but... Anyway, we get kicked back underway by Mitch Forrest, who goes straight high to Lestro and into the hands of Chook Fowler. That's it, it's done. That's his name. There's no more question about it. Egmalesi, oh. What's this one for? For chatting back to the referee. So, I'm not quite sure what happened to what was said. I didn't hear anything myself, Jason, but yeah, he mustn't be very happy here, this ref, if he's called it.
Obviously didn't like what he heard, so Panthers take the tap and on the attack.
So here come the Panthers now. Connor Murray to Jones. Dummy and goes himself, still going is Jones. He gets over the line. Hudson Jones beats 3. Panthers hit back immediately. Geez, I'd like a replay on that, whatever Chook Fowler said to the referee.
Well, it proved costly, didn't it? You know, the only thing you want to do is complete after scoring points, and he gets up and gives the ref a spray and hands over the ball, and then Jones goes to the line here. Just staggered defensive line there. Lastro sitting on his heels. Centre comes up out of the line, and Jones did a good job to get over the line and give the Panthers a little bit more breathing room again.
Yeah, came at them with speed, did Jones. Hansen was a little too close today. Left Lestro on an island by himself, and just too hard to claw in there. And Hussey one-on-one, that's tough for anyone to try and beat, but does well in that scenario, does Hudson Jones. So kick to come here from Velicott, 22-16 now. This will make it an 8-point lead. Geez, it was one of the ugliest looking kicks you'll see, but it's going to go between the sticks. 2 points is 2 points.
Yeah, important 2 points there. Takes them to an 8-point lead.
So score now 24-16. He's kicked all forward today, Velicott. He's done pretty well for himself.
Here I was saying it'd be a tough day for goal kickers.
No idea, Jason, no idea.
Definitely not.
You kick goals back in your day?
Oh, yeah, the old toe poke off the sand. Nah, not that old, but yeah, I do a little bit, mate. Maybe it's because I've been watching my Valley's goal kickers all year. I don't think they'll be listening, hopefully not. Sorry, boys. Sorry, Jimmy.
Oh, wow. Thrown straight under the bus. If they are listening, I reckon you'll see them at your doorstep when you're on the way home.
Yeah, the phone will light up.
So here come the Panthers. They've got the 8-point lead in their back pocket. They're still on the attack, though. Hudson Jones, dummy and go. He's already scored one in the grand final. Velicott long ball. Oh, geez. Very close there by Keon Saunders. I thought he might have got both hands to it, but it was just a slight touch in the end.
And you could see the play Velicott was going for. He did have 2 players unmarked outside Saunders then, so tried to get the ball over the top, and Saunders just got his hand in the way.
Oh yeah, that's a great angle there on the Chaos replay. Geez, if Saunders got it, there was no one in Kui a chance of catching him. A bit of chirp now going on between the sides. 15 minutes to go. A push there from the Roosters. Sam Armstrong in and away. Oh, geez, if he got the ball out to Claridge, he was in clear space. Nothing but fresh grass and blue skies. Oh, Josh Gatt gets up and underneath. Big shot. I think that's what the Roosters need to bring back. The sting in their defence that we saw the opening half, especially in the start of this half, was tremendous. Stuck under there to Roy. Here comes Velicott, who's on the edge now. He's run straight into Fowler. Geez, there's a couple of nice battles going on the field, and Fowler seems to be the rooster on every side of them. Connor Murray jumps, Hudson Jones there, dummies and goes himself. Oh, well reeled in by Hussey, last tackle. Murray, wide ball to Velicott, gets it onto Forrest. Oh, beautiful pass, Armstrong one-on-one. He won't need any help. Sam Armstrong dives over in the far right-hand corner. West starting to gain a little bit more momentum, one hand on the cup.
Yeah, good, nice shift there. I think it was the last play again, and just identified the space out wide and decided to throw the ball out. It was a slow, clumsy play of the ball, but well identified there. Velicott, nice ball out wide. They get the ball to Armstrong, who's in the space. He had 2 support runners, 1 player in front of him. went himself, scored a nice try, and yeah, the Panthers might be able to finally get one of the cups after going 0-3 last year.
Oh, Jason. I said at the halftime break, I've avoided saying that for the opening. However many minutes and however many moments this day has already delivered.
I thought I'd lead you into it, mate.
But there it is, of course. Panthers famously going 0-3 in last year's grand final. They look like at 28-16, they might finally have one. Still 12 and a half to go. Not over by any mean, but certainly a good start. So here comes Velicott. He's been very successful off the right boot today. Some cramps starting up for the rest of the squad. There. That's Connor Murray down on the ground receiving some attention. Very important kick, this one. Oh, and he's missed it. So it remains a 12-point lead, 28-16 West over the top of Brighton. He's not perfect, Velicott.
No, he's had a very good game though, and not surprisingly, his legs are probably getting a bit tired, so the goal kicks are probably going a different way. But yeah, he's had an outstanding game, and he's certainly one of the main reasons that the Panthers are up at the moment.
So 11 and a half on the clock. West 28, Brighton 16. Who's the man to stand up for the Roosters here, Jason?
Oh, let's go Chuck Fowler.
Chuck Fowler.
Big shot here somewhere. Something.
He's been involved in all the drama. Sipping on all the tea here today. Here comes Patterson though. Runs into Ballard Lestro. Keon Saunders. Referees I thought have been good today. There's Chucky Fowler involved in another one of them big contacts. Velicott with ball in hand, beats one, tries to beat two, can't avoid three. Left hand side. Oh geez. Inside ball there to Teroy, who was monstered. Big kick in the end there. That's Forrest. Gets it to Saunders. So the Roosters finally with the ball in hand. They'll need to pluck something up pretty quick. There's 12 points and 10 and a half. Although it's not impossible, you need to make a good start.
Yeah, and efforts like that need many. You need your wingers and backs coming in to help out Saunders as well, just to try and give the forwards a bit of a breather. They've done a lot of work in defence, so see if they can get their way down the field. And Saunders gets him a penalty here, and exactly what the Roosters needed.
So Patterson appeals directly to the referee in his face, and there's no punishment, but somehow Fowler was penalised against a run of play.
May have been just what he said.
Oh yes,
perhaps.
Content.
Very important.
Okay. Content over context, says Jason Delizio. Here comes the big man in Egmalesi, who's been outstanding today for the Roosters, although he's lost a shoe and it's been thrown into back play. Opportunity here for Winchester, goes out the back, there's Nelson, dummies to the inside, runs himself, well handled in the end by the Panthers. Looking around for opportunities, Winchester. Oh, beautiful ball to Josh Gart, hit and spin like a pinball machine. And there's 4 points for the Roosters. They're sprinting back to the kickoff. The comeback trail is alight.
Yeah, Winchester, he's been playing most of the game in the centres, filling in while Biles was off injured, and they lost Monty Tickenau early, and he's gone into the number 9 position now, and yeah, nice pass off the deck straight at close to the line there. The Gat just skipped out nicely, got himself in between the defenders, was able to spin across the line and score the try.
Yeah, skipped on the outside of Teroy really well here. You can see his first line is in towards Murray, and then just bang, left foot, does really well. slams the ball down. So we still have a game on our hands. Nelson going through his processes to make this a 6-point lead. This is an important conversion. This one may be the one to force extra time if required. Converted there. Score now 22-28. Panthers still leading the Roosters. Jacob Kelly comes back on the park. 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go. It's down to the last crunch time period for reserve grade. It's funny you mentioned Jake Fowler to be the man on the mark for the Roosters. Well, he drew a lot of attention inside Josh Gatt there, freeing him up to score.
Looks like the Panthers have made a positional change here. Armstrong at fullback. Voorhees come to left centre.
Oh, it's gone out on the full from the kickoff. Forrest is filthy. So Roosters wet sail. 8 minutes now on the clock. That is the last thing the Panthers needed. Nelson makes no mistake kicking that one out.
There's your ball. Wait for the tap, boys. Okay, boys. Get back to the outside. Good now. Go.
Saunders to Hanson. Befitting for him to score a try. He opened the account for them in the first opening minutes. Here's Fowler. Thought that might have been a chicken wing to the naked eye. Winchester, Gatt, short ball. I think that's Tickenau back on the park. It is. Here comes Fowler. Still going is Fowler. You can feel the tension in the air. Winchester puts it on the right boot. Stopped by Kelly and gets out of trouble. Great work from Jacob Kelly.
Yeah, good work from the big man. He's been able to stop and prop there and get himself out of the in-goal area, and they've got to roll up their sleeves. The Roosters are bunched up here and ready to bash them, but Panthers spin it wide here.
Early shift, smart work there from the Panthers, trying to upset the rhythm of the Roosters. Here comes Patterson, met in the tackle there by Saunders and co. Coming back under A now, the Panthers. Shot by Ballard Lestro. Last tackle, Forrest ball in hand. He goes high. Great take by Hussey. Looks to go on the outside, gets an offload. Manny's got a little bit of space. Met by Forrest. So they've got good field positioning, 6 minutes to go. Here they come through Strasser. Still pushing is Strasser. Ball now to Josh Gatt. Gets the ball away to Monty Tickenau, who was off after the opening try and has somehow come back with 6 to go. Is that part of the fairy tale story for the Roosters?
Plenty of strapping on that knee.
Plenty of strapping for him and Gatt. Winchester back to Gatt, who's just going to take a settler at this point. Great tackle by Murray underneath. Last tackle, they go right to Lestro. He puts it on the toe. Oh, well taken by Heffernan. Oh, Reece Hansen, and it's a try! He's lost the ball in the process. Ballard Lestro is standing point, and the Roosters have scored. It is 26-28, 5 minutes to go. Conversion from right in front. You talk about fairy tales, this may be the Cinderella story in the end after all.
Well, Lestro with the little kick didn't quite get it over the back like he wanted to, but then great defence by Reece Hansen, getting in low under the footy. Contact with the ground causes the ball to spill out, and Lestro and I don't know, it was Lestro and Winchester I think were fighting over the scraps. And, Lestro I think is claiming it.
But how about the defence here from Reece Hansen? Hasn't he made an impact?
Getting under the footy.
Hasn't he made an impact since coming off on the paddock here? He was catapulted into the game early, shifted from the starting team to the interchange bench. He's played hooker, he's played back row, he's played everywhere this year. but right now he's playing point man. Score now 28 all, 4 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. We're in for an absolute nail-biter here at BMD Cougarai.
Well, I think, unfortunately, in that tackle that Heffernan may have actually injured himself when he got tackled there, and they brought Tui Feo back on the field. So, again, another shift for the Panthers, a injury-forced interchange and shuffle the decks as well.
So injury has been crucial in this match for both sides. It has affected the interchanges, and I wonder if that'll affect gas tanks for a possible extra time period here. We're starting to think about it. There's 4 minutes left on the clock. Although time has been paused, everyone gets a little bit of reprieve here as we wait for the result on Heffernan.
Oh, and another remarkable, I suppose, comeback too. Aaron Corbin's back on the field as well. It looks like he's going to be the replacement man for Heffernan, and Corbin's going back out to the right centre. Connor Claridge might come over to the left wing. So it's unfortunate Heffernan looks like he did do some damage with that tackle from Hansen.
Well, he was up and under the ball and driving Reece Hansen. I'll tell you what, it looks like we might be here for a while. If I was involved with any of these two sides, I'd say get off the middle of the park and find some shade, because the sun is beating down at the moment.
Well, mate, this is Cougarai. There's not much shade.
I don't know if we would even be safe to resume if we could shift him off the back of the dead ball line there, because it's just too close to try scoring opportunities.
No.
So I think we'll need a medicab or a stretcher at a minimum. Looking in the background here at BMD Cougarai, the operational staff here, John Devine is pacing back and forth with a menace in his eyes. He doesn't know what the result's going to be, but he's jacked.
He's pumped. He's excited for this, the end of this game, and also the A-grade game. He's getting the golden tonsils warmed up.
But what a curtain raiser. So thoughts are with Heffernan. We don't know what that injury was. It was obviously quite extensive for him to drop the ball the way he did. And it was a crunching tackle by Hansen that caused it.
Looks like they're going to get him
He's
up
getting
now.
to his feet here. He still looks a little bit shaky. But in the spirit of the game, you can hear the applause around the grounds here. There's not many empty spaces now, is there, Jason? We've got 4 minutes of blockbuster action to get through, and then the grand final between the Wynnum Manly Juniors and the West Brisbane Panthers. But before we push on to anything like that, we've still got, what a game we have here. 28 all, 4 minutes on the clock. If you're looking for field goal men, who's your pick for the Panthers? Who's your pick for the Roosters?
Oh, look, I think, Mitchell Forrest will be the man to be able to slot one for the Panthers. And the Roosters, well, you'd have to say, the 2 sevens, Brock Nelson would be the man there. I'm not sure. Although Ballard Lastre, he's got an arsenal of weapons. He might be able to slot one.
Here goes Monty Tick now with a 15-metre charge. They're rolling through the forwards here from the Roosters. Oh, Joshy Gatt. Absolutely smashed by Taroy, but he's still going. Tough as nails, Joshy Gatt. He's limped through this grand final. Monty Tickenau wants his second, but Jacob Kelly lines up. Still going is Tickenau. He can't be stopped. They need to be careful here, the Panthers. They don't want to give away a penalty. Here goes another Tickenau. That's Takai. Last tackle. It's field goal range. Nelson's going to go for it. No, he doesn't. He goes to the air instead. Tack caught there by Claridge. So the Panthers 90 metres to travel. 2 minutes 50 on the clock. Armstrong ball in hand. Strasser picks him up. Oh, geez, I thought we were going to see a Gordon Tallis-like tackle. Straight over the sidelines. That's Patterson with a touch. I don't think they'll get within field goal range here unless we see something miraculous from the Panthers. But I'm not ruling out anything in this grand final. 2.5 on the clock. Here's a good touch here by Armstrong. He's getting increasingly more involved as the game progresses. Last tackle, 35 metres out from their own line. Forrest goes high. Pressure for Hussey. Oh, great touch. He looks wide, but well tackled by Patterson. Oh, there's an injury to Teroy. He's in a lot of pain. We're going to keep going, though, through Keon Saunders. The trainers are appealing to the ref to stop it. Teroy gets up his tough. Oh, here comes Strasser. Great run by Strasser. Oh, I'm no good at maths, but I'm thinking there may be a chance at the end of this set with 1:40 left on the clock.
They got to set
Keon
up.
Saunders. He pushes to the middle of the pack, gets the offload. Here comes Jake Fowler, straight up the guts goes Fowler. Geez, it might be over right here. Nelson's in position. He goes for a shot. He's nailed it. Brock Nelson has nailed it. He's kicked a field goal with 1:20 on the clock. The Roosters hit the lead 29-28. Oh, be still my beating heart. What a game of rugby league.
Outstanding footy. The Roosters just rolled down the middle. A couple of offloads, got them in good field position there. Nelson Ice, I actually thought they might have run it. Thought they had an opportunity where they had really stripped the Panthers for numbers, especially on the Roosters' left edge. But Nelson took the one, and now they've just got 50 seconds to finish the game off.
There's not long to go. Some of those charges by Monty Tickenau in that last set. Jake Fowler, they go short. They're going to the air. Oh, it's been caught by Claridge. Tackled by Lestro. It's not over yet. 35 on the clock. Patterson goes for a scoop. He's tackled in the end by Hanson. Gats involved. Here they come now through Velicott. Oh, pushing off Fowler is Velicott. They're in position. I think they're going to go for field goal.
No, he's going to run.
Forrest gets it. He goes for a run. Tackled by Tickenau.
10 seconds.
And Kell's there. 10 seconds. It's now or never. Velicott's in position. Hanson goes to stop it. Oh, he's kicked it.
The man
He's
can do it all.
kicked the goal. It's now 29 all. 10 seconds on the clock. Hooters in the background. Velicott saves the day for the Panthers. We are going into extra time.
Wow, what a finish. We all thought Forrest was going to be the man, but he got caught with the footy on that last play. And then the man of the moment, he's had an outstanding game, Lachie Velicott. Got himself in a position. He didn't quite hit it very well. Plenty of backspin on it, but got it between the posts, and we're going to extra time now.
What a performance both of these sides have put on in the opening 70 minutes of this grand final. The rules now being explained from the ground officials to the referees. Sam Voorhees out there listening. Ballard Lestro is now out there listening. Wants to be a part of the conversation. There is a little bit of a heated discussion happening at the moment between the men in the middle and Ballard Lestro. So we are headed for another period of rugby league. Aaron Corbin comes out, Ballard Lestro's there. I think we go straight into golden point, do we not? 5-minute period, golden point. So the kick is going to be ever so important. Well, regardless of what happens in the next 5 to 10, I don't even, maybe 15, what a performance we've seen by both of these sides to cap off an amazing season of rugby league in this reserve grade competition. Of course, the Roosters going through the whole home and away season undefeated. They now lost their first game of the year to the Panthers in the semi-finals. They meet again on the grand final day, and carnage has ensued. I believe I've seen there, each team will stay where they are now. The Roosters receiving first opportunity with the ball, the Panthers to kick off. If you're out in the middle, Jason, if you're coaching right now, do you want the ball? Do you want to kick the ball? what's the best position to be in?
To be honest, I think just running left to right as we're looking at it with that wind. It's such a big wind at the moment. So, you know, getting the ball first. You know, Brighton they're running the right way with the footy. So roll through the middle a bit, kick to a corner, try and force an error. But yeah, definitely the advantage towards them with that wind, that strong wind behind their back.
So Forrest kicks off straight high in the air to Ballard-Lestro. And here's that man, Jake Fowler. Tough carry straight up the guts. Here comes Monty ticking out. He's been absolutely pivotal for the Roosters in the last couple of minutes. He was off the field for a long period of time, resurrected himself to play a massive part. Josh Gatt now with a carry. Here comes Monty Tick now for his second of the set, gets the offload, another offload, oh, it's a forward pass! It's been called as a forward pass by the referee with many in open space. A little bit too expansive. They'll now have to defend a full set of 6. Panthers with the run of play at the 45-metre line, that could be costly.
I saw the opportunity out wide, decided to spread the footy through from ticking out to ticking out.
Yeah, Monty ticking out to Takai ticking out.
It was just that last pass that floated a bit forward there, and Panthers good opportunity here.
A little bit of a push and shove in this scrum. It's a little bit rugby union-esque.
Pushing in the scrum. That's a novel idea.
Oh. They have a go at it. The forces at work. Dummy and run here by Hudson Jones. The big question on everyone's lips, how will the Panthers set up? Who's going to be the point man? Vellacott's got form. Forrest is directing the troops now, though. They're both in the middle of the park. They hand it off to Jacob Kelly. If you want to quick play the ball, give it to Jacob Kelly. Down and up he goes. Out jumps Murray. He gets within the 10-metre mark. Vellacott set. Forrest is set. I think they're going now. Voorhey straight to Forrest. He's 25 out. Up it goes. Through the sticks it is. The Panthers have done it. It's game, set, match. Forrest kicks a winning field goal. They've broken the drought. The Panthers are your premiers for 2022. There's a little bit of an ugly push and shove going on in background, but don't let that bar you away from celebrations. The Panthers are your premiers. What a game of football.
Yeah, great game of footy. Outstanding finish. Panthers getting home over the top. Got up and under it. I thought it was a long way back. I think it was about 30 out for that drop goal and got under it a bit, but got the job done, went through the post, and West Panthers, BRL, reserve grade premiers.
There are some very emotional scenes in the middle of the paddock right now, with tears flowing. Of course, the heartbreak of last year still fresh in all of their minds. The referee has signalled time off. There will be no change. West 30, Brighton 29. The game is officially over. But what a spectacle of rugby league we've been treated to here. We're going to throw to the highlights now so we can get them out of the way before we go down for the presentation. Here we've got Kell jumping to the right-hand side, slamming the ball down. That started off the second half. And Ballard-Lestro short ball to Strasser. They had so much work to do. The Roosters coming back from that half-time deficit, but it wasn't all easy. That's Hudson Jones dinking and diving his way through the line to extend the Panthers out to a larger lead. This one was just really good vision here. Vellacott to Forrest. Wide ball out to Armstrong. Has a couple on the outside of him, doesn't need anyone. Scores it himself. It looked to be almost over until Josh Gatt hit and spins. Gets the Roosters to within 6. It was a beautiful line in and out. All of a sudden it was a 6-point ball game. And then Ballard Lestro puts one in the corner. Reece Hansen absolutely smashes Heffernan, who loses the ball in the process, and then Ballard Lestro dives over, touches it. We thought this was it. We thought the game was over. Brock Nelson kicks a field goal with less than 1:30 on the clock. And then 80 seconds later, 10 seconds to go, Velikot returns serve. It's 29 all, leading into the extra period time. And Mitchell Forrest gets his opportunity to seal the match, to take it home to Franklin Oval, and that's where it will be tonight. West Brisbane Panthers reserve grade premiers for 2022.
Final day here at BMD Cougar Eye Oval. Thank you all for being here, and what a way to kick off. That was continue on the day there. So great game there between Brighton and West Brisbane Panthers. I'd like everyone to put your hands together for the two teams today. Well done. Firstly, I'd like to begin today by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet and pay my respects to their elders past and present, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today. Just introducing our people up on, special guests up here doing the presentations. We have Sharon Hickey, the Rugby League Brisbane Chair, and from Chaos we've got Wes and Jacob Funk. So welcome to the presentation area to you guys. First of all, the presentations, I'd like to call upon the match officials, Jesse Burns, Brian Roper and Sean Chapman to receive their medallions. Come up, guys. Thanks. Let's put our hands together for the match officials for the reserve grade grand final. Well done, guys. Now I'd like to call upon the Brighton captain to come up a few words and accept the medallions, please.
First of all, I'd like to thank Wes. Good spirited game. Loved every moment of it. I'd like to thank everyone who came on board with Brighton this year, from all our supporters and our coaching staff. Big ups to them. I know they're going to be on to something big next year. And my boys, we gave it our all. Can't be disappointed in that score, So heads up, and let's move on to next year.
Thanks, guys, and congratulations to the Brighton Roosters. Had a fantastic year, and that was a great game of football. Well done, guys. Well done, Brighton. Before we call the Chaos BRL Reserve Grade Premiers up to accept their medals, I'd like to firstly announce the player of the match. The award is proudly sponsored by our platinum sponsor, Chaos 4x4, and with me today we have Wes to come up here from Chaos to present that, and it was a very tough choice, guys. It obviously went down to the wire extra time. The person to judge today is Brighton number 13, Josh Gatt.
I just want to thank Wes, obviously, for turning out for a big game, and probably more importantly, all these boys for fucking making me love rugby league again, and big season after my surgery and everything, and just falling in love with the game again. Thanks to these boys.
Well done, Josh. Great performance, mate. Without any further delay, I'd like to call upon the captain and coach from the West Brisbane Panthers to accept their medallions and say a few words.
Firstly, Brighton, you've had an incredible year. Hold your head up high here, like you've really put it to us this year, boys. My boys, unreal. You know, we had 60 players all year go through our club, and we got it done today. I'd like to thank our supporting staff as well for, you know, taking their time out, you know, to volunteer and help us get through each week. And the BRL, thank you. We win, boys. Oh, yep. Oh, like now. Sam Voorhey, number 1. Is that it, like that? Yep. Number 2 is Hef, is not here. Number 3, Sammy Armstrong. Number 4, myself. Noah, number 5. Connor. No. Hudson. Who's running this show? Number 8. Number 7. Oh, Nate, this is... We've got mixed things here. JK. Thanks, boys. Mossy. Connor. Pato. Velicott. Junior. Connor Claridge. Matt Canning. Michael Volkanovski. And Josh Spear.
So last one, Ward, we'll get the presentation of the cups. I'll get Aaron and the coach to come forward, please. And Wes will present the Premiership Trophy to the West Brisbane Panthers. Here he is here. Over here, Aaron. Let's get a photo with the coach as well, jump in. Let's put our hands together to the West Brisbane Panthers, the 2022 Chaos BRL Reserve Grade Premiers. Congratulations, boys.